I, okay.
Send to them. Okay. Yeah.
Can you please share me the link too? I think my phone is even clearer than.
I should send it to the other number, right?
Yes, please.
Should I send it to the other number?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think this works.
I think it's better now. Can I confirm? Chidi Joan. Okay, back and better. Okay, that's that's noted.
She commented,
Sorry.
right? Oh, perfect. Perfect. So
Sorry, I
I
was
think we'll just start from the.
right. So sorry.
Thank you so much. And again, I just have one person here. Okay, let me send the link to Scholarship Lounge this thing, group. Two persons. They are nine. Sorry, no. This should be inconsistency. Let me message A1. Okay, back and better. Perfect. Now we can have the comment session. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so just before we start again, I would actually love to know our countries, our different countries, Nigeria, anywhere you're tuning in from. Just represent your country in the comment section so that we just know the people that are joining us. And oh wow, awesome, 36 people now. Let's just start. All right, welcome everybody. So I'm just going to start again due to the issue we had before about scholarship lounge. Scholarship lounge is more like a community where we share scholarship links, and we don't just end it as sending scholarship links. We tend to walk you through the path. We share tips, we give guidelines, we give you reminders because all these scholarships we have, they have deadlines. So we give you reminders that keeps you on your toes. And also, in course of your application, if there's any issue, you have who to run to ask questions and gain clarity. So that is what Scholarship Lounge is about. It's all about community to help you because we see that getting scholarship is like a lifetime opportunity. It's
Yeah.
something that changes. I mean, from the people we've seen so far, something that changes their lives and all. And so we see that as an avenue to share more so that people can get more. Like I used to say, this is something that sharing scholarship links is something I do privately to my friends, to people around. And just one moment, I was like, why not share to people? I mean, they don't need to know me, I don't need to know them
Yeah.
for them to see an opportunity and tune into it. So that is what Scholarship Lounge is about. And you are actually very welcome to join our community on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. I'm going to share a bit about our guest before we have her here. About Mariam Nnanyereugo-Henry. Please, Mariam, we can't see you. I can't see you from my end.
You can't see me.
Yes, I can't see you.
Uh, I'm here. Can you see me in the audience? Can you guys see me? I don't know why Chinatu is not seeing me. My video is on. Please, can
I
somebody like you can't see me at all? I can.
I
Chidi
can't see
Juan
you.
can see me. I don't know why you cannot.
Oh,
I don't know.
Look
Maybe
at
the camera don't want you to. I don't
this
even need you to
camera.
see me. So far the others can see me. I'm good.
okay. Let's continue. But then I wish I could see you from my end.
Like you're
So
not
I'm going
seeing me
to
at
share a brief
all.
about my.
You're not seeing me
At
at
all,
all.
it's dark.
It's dark.
I'm not.
It's so bright here.
Yes.
Yes, I can see you. Sunday.
All
Let's
right.
see what now.
If she can see you, oh wow.
Yes.
Let's just
Is it
continue
clear
then.
from your hand, Joanne? Is it clear? Or is it dark? Because sincerely it's very, very bright. Let's just go on because time is going. I think with
All
time.
right. This is
It's clear. Thank
okay.
you.
Okay. All right. So about Mariam Nnanyereugo-Henry. Mariam Nnanyereugo-Henry is the team lead of Soma Hub, an HR expert, travel consultant, and a community manager. She's keen on social impact with experience collaborating with governmental and non-profit institutions. Due to her expertise in the social sciences, she is passionate about community development, generating value via commitment to lifelong learning, strengthening social systems, and enhancing human existence. Since you all can see, since you all can see Mariam, so help me and welcome our guest to today's live chat
It's a very
with a
bright.
scholar. Welcome, Mariam.
Eh,
So happy to have you with us. And if you don't mind, just give us a brief. I mean, there's something I didn't say that you're supposed to say. Like I didn't mention
okay.
your school, where you're a scholar
Okay.
too, and all.
Yeah.
So just give us a brief before we dive into the questions.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Depending on your location. Yeah, my name is Mariam Nnanyereugo-Henry, and it's a pleasure being here today as the first guest on Scholarship Lounge. Yes, I'm here. I happen to be one of the beneficiary of MasterCard Foundation program at the University of Edinburgh here in Scotland, UK. Yeah, and I'm studying social justice and community action. As we've heard, I'm care about social impact, community development. I have a baby. Yeah, and the name of my baby is Summer Up. Summer Up is an HR expert company where we do everything about HR, interview, CV. When it comes to scholarship, SOP, just name it. Yes, everything, HR, everything, academic writing, give it up for summer up. Yes, and I'm here to share my experience, my lived experience as a beneficiary of marketing scholarships. Yeah. So, and I just hope it encourages somebody to push the application. Yeah. And you are next in line to be a beneficiary. That's all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mara. Thank you so much. So, we're going to have some questions. And before we go into the questions, if you have some questions you want to ask, you can actually drop it on the comment section, or you wait while she shares, then you know the parts where you want to ask or gain clarity about. So, Mariam, tell us rather, sorry, can you walk us through your scholarship journey from the rejections you faced to finally receiving your scholarship?
Rejection. Okay, yes. Okay, let me start from this. I started applying for scholarship in 2022, right? Yeah, right after my NYC. What was that last thing? Okay, POP. Yeah, after my POP, I started with scholarship application. Yeah. However, I've gotten along the line, I got rejections, no doubt. Along the line, some of my application was I didn't even submit. Yeah, yes, and why to God be glory, I happened to submit this for MasterCard and I got the scholarship. Now, talking about rejections, there are a lot of reasons I know clearly that attracted or why I got that rejections. Yeah. So, and I think let's start with Jevnik. Applied for Jevnik scholarship. So while applying, I discovered that I didn't have my international passport. So I stopped. I left it pending. Yeah, I got my international passport. So if I've gotten the right information, yeah, If maybe I have a mentor, I have an accountability partner, probably I will have known that I'm supposed to have my international passport ready. Since it's an on-site scholarship, international passport is prerequisite, right? So I didn't get that. I I got I got I got to apply for the international passport. Then I started all over again. Now, why I started all over again, I got to know that I have to have an admission, right? Before I could proceed to submission. That's another thing I didn't get to know. So in that point, I didn't get the right information. That was another thing that made me pend my Javelin application. So let me just say that, let me start from the document. Yeah. So in applying for a scholarship, if you want to, these are prerequisite documents you must have at hand. They are not, mm, they are just very, very, no, they're important for you to start your scholarship application. Yeah. So I think academic CV, have it at hand. SOP, if you don't mind, I'll share a template with Natu. She can drop it in the on your
Okay.
WhatsApp. I have a template. SOP. Yeah, you must have a general SOP, but have it in mind that it's not that you're using that particular SOP for all the scholarship you apply for. No. Just have a template of SOP. Yeah. Then you must have your academic transcript. Very important. Note that it can be the original transcript. Your school will not give you this. They will send you to the scholarship board. But for MasterCard Foundation, the student copy is okay. So always have your student copy transcript at hand. That's another one. The students copies transcript, have it at hand. International passport, I think I've mentioned this. You also need to have it at hand. Another thing is the English proficiency certificate. Most schools, my school gave me mine, yeah, to show that you've learned in English language and you'll be able to communicate, fluently in English language. Most international school will always ask for your English certificate um, 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 just to submit it to show that you've learned, as I've already said. So you must have proof of English proficiency, which is this English language certification. Having said that, you must have at least three references. So if you know that you've not been in good terms with any of your lecturer, it's the time to start making friends with them. So your
True.
references, two or three references, because you have to go back to your lecturer. They're not taking it from your employer. It's your lecturer, somebody from your school, somebody that have taught you, somebody that know your capability. You go as a student. So you must have two or three references. Yeah. Those are documents, I think. I think I've mentioned them, right? I've mentioned like three or four. International, very important. Not you can just be dropping them in the chat box. If I remember
Yes, I'm
any, I
joking.
will definitely highlight it. So that's on the part of document. Yeah. So document was one thing that made me pen most of my scholarship application when I started because I didn't have the right information. Right. Now going back to the admission, I doing my application with Germany, and I got to know that I have to have an admission. And that was because I didn't have this kind of platform Chinatu is giving you guys, right? I didn't have any WhatsApp group or accountability partner or a mentor. Then when I started, I didn't have, so I didn't know. I didn't get the right information. So that's it about my scholarship application. So after this phase, I learned then I started with MasterCard because at the time of running and gathering all these documents, Jevnik is already closed. Mind you, this was the second time. Jevnik is already closed. So MasterCard came on board. Then I applied for MasterCard. So while applying for MasterCard, I've seen my lapses, right? Then I have to look for no. I applied for MasterCard twice. It was my second attempt that got me this scholarship. Yeah. So I submitted the first one. I finished the first stage, which was application. I submitted my essay. You know, it was after the essay I got that I couldn't proceed to the next stage, which was interview stage. All right. So at this point again, I got to discover something. Let me put it this way. Say, I don't know my own news. At this point, I got to know that there are some things that are very, very necessary. They are very, very necessary in your, writing your essay. So when I was applying, you are given series of questions about, is it 5 or 6 questions? You have to write on different set of questions you have to write on. I wrote and I submitted. Then When I got the feedback that I was rejected for MasterCard Foundation, I was like, okay. I went back to the drawing board. I was like, what was missing? Hmm? What was missing? Then I could remember that at this time, I have an accountability partner, which is Chinatu Ukeka, the host. She was my accountability partner. So when I shared my essay with her, she was like, Mariam, I remember that. She said, Mariam, you have more, you have more. So that could tell me that she wasn't feeling my essay. So if she wasn't feeling my essay, how do I expect the examiner to feel it? Do you get it? So there was something missing in my essay. I was just writing, narrating the story of my life, not knowing that it has to be a creative writing at this point in time. Do you get your SOP has to be a creative writing? So I got my rejection. Yeah, that was heartbreak. Then I learned from it. Then I picked my lesson. Then I ran with it. So when the next day, which this was 2022 to 2023, at the end of 2023, another MasterCard came up by this time. Yes, I remember the Ember month. It came up by this time, and I applied again. So I applied again. Then I knew that I had to work on the scholarship. Don't forget, I've gotten all my documents. I've passed that stage. Now is now what is that? Will I call it examiner? What is that examiner reading and like? Oh yeah, she got all what we need. Because for somebody to pay £15,000 for your school fees, you also have to do the work, And your essay is the work here. Your essay is the work. So I have to look at, oh, there's something I need to do. And for me to have gotten this, I need someone that have, I need a mentor. That's where mentorship comes in. That's where mentorship. So I had to go on LinkedIn. So our advice we all share our LinkedIn profile links so that we can all connect on LinkedIn, right? So I have to go on LinkedIn. I had to look for a beneficiary of MasterCard Foundation that is doing my program in my school. That's social justice and community action. Unfortunately, after scrolling YouTube, I was able to get one, which is even here. It's even here on this live. Hello, Sationess. Yes, he was the one. So I reached
Wow,
out to
welcome,
him. I
welcome,
had to
sir.
trace him. Look at I had to trace him. For LinkedIn, you most people don't really respond to message. I had to trace him to Facebook. Then I dropped my episode of frustration, asking him to be my mentor, and got so good he accepted. So that's where mentorship comes in. I hope I'm saying something. So I had to ask him,
Yes,
oh
sir.
yeah, my SOP have issue. I just need him to hold me by hands and tell me what to do. Then I will also, do it. And that was just it. I sent him my essay, he reviewed, comment, send me back. I reflect, revamp it. I send him back to him. He even shared a copy of his own essay with me. That's how far we went. He shared a copy of his own essay. I checked it with mine. Okay, when I was done with that stage, I had to go on YouTube and like, okay, fortunately for me also, I was able to get one of our program director, his name is Pet. He did a YouTube video on how to answer the essay question, not just telling stories, but telling your own personal stories, be authentic with it, and also be your everything you've done, or all the achievements how did you achieve? It's not just okay, yes, I was able to organize 10 persons to clear up the social impact. You have to quantify it. What did you do? How did you do it? What impact did you make? Do you get it? So I'm like, oh, that was it. And I was able to also reflect this in my essay. I submitted and I was scheduled for interview. I went through the interview. Yeah, we were three. We were three. We were to ask ourselves questions. So it's not like they were not making it competitive, but indirectly it was. So we were three, but luckily for us, three of us was picked for. We were picked for this scholarship. So that was just it. And after then, 2024 February, I can never forget. I got the congratulation message, and here am I in year two doing my MSc program. I think that's it for that. Yeah, my journey
Okay, that's
in a jiffy.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, before we go into the next question, if I'm to just pick out or highlight some things that Mariam said, so we just don't forget it. She mentioned the documents we need to apply for scholarship. She mentioned statement of purpose, academic transcript, international passport, and she also mentioned the fact that you have to be close to a lecturer in your department,
Yeah.
especially your department, because most scholarships will require them to send a reference letter to tell them how you acted during your time, your undergraduate studies. And then she went further to mention the fact that um, after the rejection, she saw the need for a mentor. So she searched LinkedIn, went to Facebook. Let me even use this opportunity to say that application is not a walk in the park, it's a full-time job. You have
Yeah.
to put in your heart for it, because if you put in your heart for it, you will surely see the result of it. So getting a mentor that is actually in that field you are applying for is actually very, very vital for it. So Mariam, let's
Yeah.
look at it. Looking back at your journey, what do you think made the difference in your successful application compared to the earlier ones? What's that unique thing that stood you out?
Okay. For me, I think I was being very personal in my story writing. I was being very creative. Unlike the first essay I wrote, yes, I was. Everybody have a story. You have a story. Hmm? Don't you have a? There's
Yeah.
something unique about your story that if you sit down, you are creative with the writing. You yourself will be shocked at how wow, so I can do this. So I think it's at this point I bettered Soma up because it's at the point of writing I got to know that okay, you are good in this right, you know. Do you get it? So I think I was very personal with my story.
Mm.
I was very authentic with it, right? So I think that was one thing that stood me out. I understood the question because I can remember the first question was talking about okay, talking just narrowing down to okay, this scholarship is majorly for the female child, right? And so why do you think how do you think you as a female child, how do you think you've been marginalized? Do you get it? Do you get it? So it's at this
Yeah.
point I understood that part. Then I used that to write my story as a female child coming from an urban background. I wrote my story. Then I think another thing that stood me out in my application was my leadership experience. Yes, my leadership experience. I have a lot of leadership. If you tell me, oh, we are doing this thing volunteering, I will go. So all those things, I was able to put them together still in writing. It's not just still having all these experiences, and you're able to be expressive in it when it comes to writing or when it comes to talking, right? So I was able to narrow down my leadership experience. I was able to talk about it. I was able to talk about my impact, so I think those are things that stood me out in the application because even during the interview and I was asked, oh, okay, you've done this, you've done that. They asked me, okay, what were the challenges you faced? I was able to, list them. Language barrier, I was able to list them because this is something that I have done. It's not something that is I'm trying to think or I'm imagining. This is something that I was part of. I have a lot of experience when it comes to it. So I was able to tell it in my story and that stood me out in my application.
Okay. So
Yeah.
volunteering is very, very vital because you don't need to, likely you don't have a job, so to say. You don't need to talk over that, okay, I don't have a job, so I don't have an experience to share. You can look out for volunteering opportunities, paid or unpaid. Just gather as many as possible. And please, before we continue, I just remembered something right now. If you are still in school, please, please, please. Why I'm going to touch on this right now, but let me just say this. If you're still in school, engage in things. Maya, please, just share your that political side that actually added to this. Please,
See, let me tell you guys, no experience is a waste, though. No
at all.
experience is a waste. Yeah. So I think another one part I even it was at the end I got to like you I was once a VP. Yeah, I had to write about the programs I did in school. So you when you're in school, even if you are not an extrovert, it's fine, it's okay. But in that your seat, in that your loner seat, try and be doing something just positions, you know, just engage. Apart from your academics, the extracurriculum activities, engage in it. You should be able to when they ask about your leadership experience, that's leadership experience. You must not be the team lead, you mustn't even be the president, but you engaging, you should be able, you'll be able to write on that. So no experience being a class rep, please. It's an experience. It's a leadership experience. The one I did doing NYC, is it for, when it comes to NYC now, for those that have served, that there are a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities that comes our way. My dear, I'm all weather. I'm doing all of them. I'm doing it. I was able to volunteer for home feeding programs sponsored by the Federal Humanitarian Ministry. I served in the north. I served in Kaduna. We went into villages. We were sharing food to school students. Do you know that during my essay writing, this was one thing I wrote, and it stood me out. That was one that from this particular experience. My interviewer asked me a question. Okay, what were the challenges you faced? And I'm like, yes, I'm from the south, and I was serving in the north, and I went to volunteer in the north. So language is a barrier. So that was one challenge. And when I mentioned, I'm like, yeah, she was like, oh, how did you overcome this? I'm like, oh, yes, I had to engage other coppers that can fluently speak in Hausa. When I said that, I think I just smiled. Even that smile alone has given me one assurance that Mariam, this one is coming with positive results. So if I don't have those experiences, what will I write on? Yes, if you are good in writing, you might be able to imagine and write, but because I have the experience, I was able to flow with it. I was able to easily now write something. Do you get? So no experience is a waste. You being in your church, being a welfare coordinator, my dear, that's an experience. Being in that mosque, being a leader to the youth, that is an experience. You cannot when you start writing, the way you put on this thing and write it and be creative with it, you'll be shocked that that particular essay or that particular experience you've written on is the one that have gotten you the scholarship. So no experience is a waste. Don't it just CV. Let it be in your CV that you've done this. Let it be in your CV that you've done that. Especially when it comes to all this scholarship. The truth is, one thing they have in common is social impact. Scholarship, social impact, leadership experiences. If you have these two things, if you have leadership experience, you've done an impact. Do you get it? If you have leadership experience, you've impacted people, you've
Mm.
impacted the society. So you have both. So make sure that you have experience apart from your academics experience. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Social engagement. This one is not for an introvert. If you want to go for scholarship, they need this a lot. They need it.
They
They
need
need
it.
to know, okay, your engagement and all. Even in camp, NYSC camp, take a
Yeah.
position there. If you CDS, take a position there. Just just be there. Let them call you all weather. You know what you are aiming for. You know what you are pursuing. So to the next question. Let me just share some ongoing scholarships with us that are actually going on and their deadlines. So we have Chevening scholarship that is going on. And for Chevening scholarship, what you need to do is to apply to Chevening, put in three UK universities that are under Chevening. So you see, scholarship has to do with research. You have to research a lot. But then there's scholarship lounge that actually bridges the gap for you. We've done the research, so we can actually help you with it. So when you join our community, we can just tell you, okay, this school is under Chevening, this school, this school, this school, this. We share tips for you to apply basically. So for Chevening, you're going to apply to put in three UK universities, and after applying to Chevening, you have to apply individually to the schools. Now you see where the work is. But then again and again, scholarship launch day for you. Okay. So Chevening is currently on and it's ending 7th October. That is the deadline for Chevening. Then we have Commonwealth Scholarship as well. It's more like same pattern with Chevening. You have to put in three UK universities that you're going to apply to individually. Scholarships have in common is that after the 1 year, you have to return to your home country for a certain number of times. But then I
Yeah.
feel like that shouldn't be a border. Just go first. The main thing is go first, then we see to that. And then there's Erasmus Mundus scholarship. Likely many of us, or some of us, so to say, we may not really like know some of all these scholarships. And then again, that's why we are here for you to tell you new names that you likely may not have heard before anything. So you get to know that there are scholarships and they are fully funded. Like just pack your bag and go.
And
That is
go.
just what it is.
And
They
you
are
still
fully
get,
funded. Just pack
it's
your
not
bag.
just,
So
you still
what
get,
what do you want to say, please?
I said, is apart from packing your bag and go, there are a lot of um clauses. not just plus.
Okay.
If there's pluses, if there's plural of plus, yeah, that comes with scholarship
Okay.
application. Is it the networking? Is it the opportunity? Apart from even the stipends, you know, apart from the stipends, is it some scholarship? If it's MasterCard, for instance, we went to, where did we go to? South Africa. We were in South Africa in July. Yeah, for the on-site students, they went to Peru. Exposure. Another thing I love with all these scholarships is that when it comes to your career, they will not just leave you lacking behind. You won't just get the scholarship and are just there. No, they will hold you by the hands. We receive career, we have transition coordinator that transit. Okay, after your academic, what next? So you're not confused. You already have. You should probably have, okay, yes, this is what I want to do. And if you are even confused, it's fine. It's okay. There's somebody always to talk to. So there's a lot of opportunities that comes with scholarship, apart from apart from the academic aspect. Do you get it? Is it a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities? A lot.
Full package. Full package.
Full
You are
pa-
getting full
fully
package
fully
basically.
packaged.
Full, it's fully funded for a reason. Fully
Yeah, it
funded.
is.
So
It is.
that's that. For Erasmus Mundus scholarship, they vary. The deadline vary based on the program. So all you have to do is to check the site and know the one that fits the course of your preference, the one you prefer to go for, and then just check the deadline and all. Then we have Mastercard Edinburgh. Mastercard Edinburgh. I would like Mariam to touch on it, like specifically Mastercard, because she's a Mastercard scholar with University of Edinburgh. Did I get it?
Yeah.
They used to call it different things, Edinburgh, Edinburgh, everything. But then and
So
then,
far there is heady
Mastercard
at the beginning, it's
Edinburgh.
fine.
Uh-huh. So Mastercard is actually coming up 1st October. So you're not late. Okay. Mastercard is coming up 1st of October. The application portal will be open 1st October to close by 7th November. You see, Scholarship Lounge have done the research. You see why we did for you. So what we do, we just help you. We give you the correct and accurate info for you to go in. So before we go to the next question, let's just know more about Mastercard Edinburgh. Okay, for Mariam.
Okay, thank you so much, Chinatu. I'm not used to calling you Chinatu. I'm used to calling you Natu.
Fine.
Okay, for MasterCard, yes, MasterCard Foundation, they have a lot of scholarship in different country and in different school, right? So they have their
Mm,
program in Edinburgh. Yeah, it's just MSc. It's just no, it's not just MSc. We have postgraduate diploma. Yes, I have colleagues in postgraduate diploma. So if you've done masters before, they won't give you masters. If you're applying for the scholarship, they'll give you postgraduate diploma. Do you get it? Yes, but for me, I didn't have masters, so
mm,
I was given masters. Do you get it? I applied for masters and I was given. So that's it. Then they also that's Edinburgh is the only school they partner with here in the UK. Yeah. So they also partner with schools in Canada. Because we all know MasterCard Foundation is headquarters is in Canada. So they have a lot of schools. I think they have McGill, that's one. They have another one in this French territory. Forgot the name of the school. That's their program in Canada. Then they have in South Africa. For South Africa, they have for both undergraduate and postgraduate. Yeah. So, but now for Edinburgh now, we have few. They have on site, they have online. Yeah, I'm doing an online program though. Then for the on-site, they have a lot of courses. Yeah. Then for the online too, they have food and nutrition, health related courses, social justice, but their program in Edinburgh is focused on climate. So it's not just you're not just seeing all the courses. Most of their most of our courses in Edinburgh is focused on climate. Do you get it? So because that is their program in
yeah.
Edinburgh. So for me, guilty, they might have, if you go through the website, you see what the program in Milguru is focused on. So for MasterCard Foundation, you start with the application, and that's when you are writing your essay, right? You write your essay, and I've mentioned documents you will need. But for MasterCard, they don't need, depending though, because when I submitted my English certificate proficiency from my school, the school, which is Edinburgh, rejected it. So I had to write IELTS, though it was paid for. So do you understand? But just still have, it might not be, you might not be applying for MasterCard. It might be another one. So that's why you just have to have all this document at hand. So we scale through the the essay writing, and I think the submission ends December, because we have few junior colleagues that resumed this September with us, because yeah. So December, you submit your application. By February, you'll be getting feedback if you've pulled through to the next stage, which is your interview stage, right? Then you'll be scheduled for interview. I had my interview early February. I had my interview. Then after the
Okay.
interview, then you get your congratulation message or congratulatory messages. Yeah, after then you resume September that same year. So that's it. It's just like two. Is it? It's two phases, right? No, another thing is when you
Yeah.
go through the interview, you will now then be asked to seek admission into the school. So it doesn't give you automatic admission to Edinburgh. So let me talk on this. Let me just say something. Scholarship. Some people are really
Okay.
confused about this admission or no admission. There are different ways. Some scholarship will want you to have gotten admission before you apply, while others will say, okay, get the scholarship first. They have school they partner with, then you put in your admission. That's MasterCard Foundation. So I got my scholarship first. I already know that yes, I've gotten my scholarship. Though there is a line which says, oh, you must get admission before they don't have influence over the admission, because you know the school is an entirely independent body. They have their own supremacy, so they don't interfere in the process of the school. So you have to still seek your admission. But the thing is, it's the same SOP I use for Mastercard. Is one, so the it's not as tedious. If you're able to scale through the scholarship phase, then your admission phase is not, because it's that same old SOP you just revamp, you submit. The only thing was that I was asked to write IELTS, which MasterCard paid for. Then I think the list was 6.5. You must have 6.5 from all your writing list, not the four papers writing IELTS. You must have 6.5. Then that was it. That was just the only difference. So you write, you get the admission, and that's it. So will I say
Okay.
three
Thank you so much.
phases? Your essay, which is your application, your interview, then your admission phase.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the three phases
Okay.
for Mastercard.
Thank you so much. So while we were talking, I tried to research the courses for MasterCard
Yeah,
Edinburgh to for us to know the courses they are going through. I'm just going to list them in a rush, but then I'll share it on the WhatsApp group so that others will see and prepare. Because this is more like an opportunity to prepare for the opening. We are still in September and this is coming up October. So you have lots of time to arrange your documents. We've mentioned some documents needed, important documents needed earlier. So it's just for you
yeah,
to arrange your documents and get set for it. So for the online, okay, this is the on campus, sorry. We have African and international development, food
development. Yeah,
security, sustainable energy systems, entrepreneurship and innovation, data inequality and society, operational research, environmental sustainability, climate change, finance and investment, planetary health, environment and development. So for the online courses, we have international development, global food security and nutrition, global challenges, carbon management, One Health, circular economy, sustainable lands and cities, social justice and community action. I think that's the one for Mariam, that's the one you're going for. You are
yeah.
actually currently studying, sorry,
Mm,
social justice and community action. So I'm going to drop it on the group so that you just prepare for it. And before we go further, Mariam said mentioned something earlier. You really just can't rely on just one scholarship. So if you have the opportunity, and if you have people that are gingering you, people that are there to support you, take you by the hand and work with you, apply to as many as possible. When she was mentioning some schools that are affiliated with MasterCard, we also have Arizona, we have UBC. We have several
yeah.
schools that are associated with MasterCard. So just do your best to throw in your applications to these schools and let's see how it goes. It's my earnest desire to see that at least, I was saying at least one person, but then I want to raise it up, like to see at least
Oh dear.
five people from Scholarship Lounge that are going to gain admission next year, fully funded scholarship. I mean, that would be like huge
That would be
fulfillment from what
huge.
we just what we started. Very
Yeah.
huge. So please. I'm here to enter my DM, like sleep in my DM, and I will sleep there. I will sleep in my DM too. Just please, let's walk this path and let's see the harvest, the growth next year. So, Mariam, I have
Yeah.
one more question for you. For
Okay.
someone for someone watching who may have faced rejection or is applying right now, what advice will you share with them? Because I know how rejection can make someone feel like, okay, it didn't work.
You
I'll
give
just
up.
focus
You
on
just
something
give
else.
up.
But then they need that encouragement to try again. And one unique thing I've seen on LinkedIn about people, scholars that gain scholarship, most times they have this unique, I just, I was not interested anymore, but I just
Mm-hmm.
said, let me do this to one side.
One,
And
yeah.
amazingly, that last one, let
They
me, if
will
it
put,
doesn't work, that's where they just get it.
yeah.
So just like an encouragement to others.
Yes, one thing I know, or one thing I've learned is that rejection, failure is part of success, and rejection is feedback by day. If they've rejected you, they've given you feedback, just work on that feedback and use it to put in your next application. And yes, don't see it as a failure is part of success now, don't you know? So don't give up. Just check. Okay, I know I mentioned that. Oh, I went through my previous application. I saw my lapses. What did I do? I worked on them. So that's the way to go. You've already said, okay, this is where you are lacking. Then you pick it from there and you put in the application. You revamped whatever that has been missing in the application. Then you put it in again. And definitely trust me. And one sweet thing about this scholarship application is that the interviewer is not there to fail you. It's just that if they can't easily admit everybody, they have yardstick, like they have okay list of what they want in your application. So if they've seen this, once they'll give you that scholarship. So in writing your essay, use the star approach. Please use this. Don't just write. Don't just write voluminously and you just have everything and you just have no. Please use the star approach, which is what is the situation? Hmm? I'm a girl child. Okay, that's fine. That's the situation, right? What is the tax? What is okay? What did you do? What did you plan to do? That's another thing. Then what is the action? Oh, I mentioned that. Let me use my own experience for instance. I talked about I was in Kaduna, right? So I mentioned the community service.
Mm.
I worked with homegrown and feeding program, which we went to schools. We went to schools to be feeding children. Now, why are you doing this? I noticed that most of my colleagues had cough. Now we were all coughing, and you know how the northern part, no shade, you know how the northern part of the country can be, right? So I saw how messy the environment was. That most of the time when I'm going, I start thinking. Then me too, I was coughing. No, no, it's not about the cough. It's not just about the cough. Do you know what they are coughing? Do you know what they are inhaling? I had to like, oh, we had to do something. What did we do? I organized core members. I think we were like 15. I was able to get that shared the same mindset with me. So what did you do? And we go to PPA Monday to Friday. So we picked 6 Saturdays in along the line, 6 Saturdays consecutively. This Saturday, the next Saturday, six of it. Then we went to this community. We engage the leaders. That's another leadership. Like when you look about leadership, I talk about also your teamwork. How did you work with team? I think MasterCard is really very, very key on that. How did you work with team? How are you working with team? What's your teamwork skill? So I said, okay, we worked with obviously we have to work with the community leaders. We have to work with the youth leaders, even though they won't allow you to do anything. So what did we do? I had to work with the community leaders, team leaders, engage the core members were cleaning. Not just cleaning, we also engage people from each household. Do you get it? That's my action now.
Wow.
Yes, I engage people from each household and we're able to clean. At the end of the day, we cleaned everywhere after the 6 Saturdays, and at least it was looking so palatable to the best of what we can do at that time. Do you get? But it's not how we met it. So those are where my action. What was the result? A clean environment, of course. This is in if you check the SDG goals, it's there. Clean environment. That's one goal of the SDG I tackled for that project, and I was able to achieve it. So this how I've gone through the step: the situation, the task, the action, and the results. So when you're writing your essay, please follow this approach. Don't just write and write and write. Ensure that it's personal, don't forget. Authentic. Then follow the star approach. And do not if you go on LinkedIn, that's when you see people that have written that have applied 2, 3, 4 times. Right? But when they are not getting, you see someone that have gotten you see, I saw one recently. She got three scholarship at the same time, and she was like, "Which one should I go for?"
Wow.
Do you get it? That's when you're like, oh, because you've already gotten the knowledge, you've known, because you've been doing this, it's part of you already. And I said something, that's where I betted my baby from Summer Hub. Summer Hub was better because I was like, I cannot be giving, that was 3,000. CV then was 3,000. I cannot be giving people 3,000 to write CV for me for each application, because you know that your CV should be specific. Although for MasterCard, they don't even use CV. I was even applying to jobs. Now, my essay should be specific. Yes, I didn't stay this point. Do not copy and paste for all the scholarship application. You use the same essay for Germany, you use the same essay for MasterCard, you use the same essay for Erasmus. No, 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 no. I said you might have a template, yes, but when you receive your application question, you look at it, then you pattern that essay to what they are looking for. That's why I say you have to give the interviewer what they are looking for. So don't copy and paste. Don't be using this essay and start using it for this one. I use that same essay. No, 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 no. Do your own work. I said it for someone to have sponsored your, for giving you £15,000. I'm using my own scholar, my own fee now on a platter
So
of
I
gold.
know more.
That means
Yeah.
you should have done the job. And that is this one now, the essay specifically is your first job and you need to deliver on it. So don't do it like lackadaisically. Don't be nonchalant with writing of that essay. Put in the effort, know what they are looking for, understand the question, have an accountability partner, have someone you me. That is my accountability partner. We have been this scholarship have so strong thing, but glory to God, we are here. Do you get? I shared with her, she shared hers with me. Then we still have a mentor. We still, after we are done with our own, our where we know we've gotten to that stage. We know, okay, we have done our best. Then we send it to this mentor, and the mentor also will check through and give us feedback. So have an accountability partner, have a mentor. Do not give up. Rejection is feedback, right? Then failure is part
Exactly.
of success. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. She said rejection is feedback. I was about typing it here, said. Sorry, permit me because that is very key. Rejection is feedback. And I would also love to add that rejection is also a redirection. Like she
Mm.
mentioned, while going through that rejection phase, if according to based on her own experience, she actually bettered something out of it. And maybe I should say why that while going through my own phase, there's scholarship plan
Therapy
for
line
us
is
to
there
get.
for you.
So
That's it.
yes, so it's very, very, very important to just look out for something to do alongside still applying. In
Mm.
this our community, we don't give up. Oh, we don't give up
Hmm.
here till
Don't give
we
up
get
here.
what
Oh.
we want. We need to give up here. So that is just what is very important. Then one key thing that she also mentioned, you see, when you're applying for scholarships, there's one unique thing I do. Maybe I should share it with us when there's a course you want to go for and you already know the school you're applying for, go on LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn is my among all the social media apps, LinkedIn is
Let me
where I
share my
sleep.
LinkedIn profile.
They say I feel like book or whatever. LinkedIn is where I sleep. So what we do on LinkedIn, what you can do on LinkedIn rather, is that that course you're going for and that particular school you're applying to, search it on LinkedIn. You see people, you see scholars that have gone through it. Reach out to them. I reached out to a lot of them and I've connected with a lot of them. Like people that are strangers are now people I now know. So you reach out to them and tell them to just walk you through. Even say if you have like an interview, you can just tell them to like if they have a spare time because they are mostly busy to map out time for you to run you through your interview, more like a mock interview. So in that mock interview, they get to ask you some questions. Most times they ask you questions that them too they actually encounter. And also they have YouTube links. Most of them have YouTube links. And we don't gatekeep in our community. So I share as much as I share the links directly from them. I share if it's videos you want or the YouTube link to their video where they explain that particular scholarship you're applying for, just reach out, we'll share it to you so that the end goal is not for one to be higher than the other, is that
Yeah.
everyone succeeds. I'll keep on saying it. Is my earnest desire to see at least 5 people in this community gain fully funded scholarship next year. So let's put in the work now. The harvest is next year, but the work, the planting starts now. So that is that. Without much without further questions from my end, I wouldn't know. Please, if you have some questions, just drop it down. Likely something Mariam didn't mention, that something you want to gain clarity on, just drop it and she's going to answer. I know there was someone in my DM 2 days back that was like, she don't know how to apply. I just hope she's part of this because Mariam actually explained and made it very easy. And I'm going to share something. Um, things like this. I was just while at least a LinkedIn leaver. I live on LinkedIn. So while going through LinkedIn, I just came across someone, and I'm going to mention him because I mean his impact is very, very strong. His name is Victor Abogu. I hope I got his surname correct. So while going through it, he just made a post. This cool. And I applied to it. Yet I didn't get it. But then I got through the interview stage. And what that did for me, and for the people that feel like, okay, they've gotten many rejections, is that as much as we are applying, we are gaining more knowledge.
Yeah.
We are gaining more knowledge. The rejection comes, but then your essay the next year is going to be different from what you wrote the previous year. Taking Maya, for example, as she mentioned, we have our accountability partner. At the time she did her first application, Maya just wanted to just drop application and let me just drop. But then the next year, she saw the last list. She knew what happened to the previous one and why it didn't even push to the interview stage. And then the experience from that event actually made it more better for
Mm.
her in the second year. And just second year she got it. There are some persons 3 years they are still in the game, 4 years they are still in the game, they are still applying. You just know that at the end it's going to work. At the end it's going to work. So don't be discouraged, and you have a community for you. So don't utilize every opportunity you have. Utilize every opportunity you have. So someone sent a message. She didn't send it on the live chat. She actually sent it to me. She said you made mention of going back to the universities you choose on Chevening to reapply. Can you elaborate on that? Because for me, after the Chevening application, I just left it at that. I think I'm the one to answer, right?
I didn't get the question.
So she said you made mention of going back to the universities you chose on Chevening to reapply. Can you elaborate on that? Because for me, after the Chevening application, I just left it at that. Okay, so ma'am, do you have answer or I should just answer it?
And I think what she's saying is that probably she just submitted and she didn't know she's to get admission first. I'm not getting it clear because some is it that she submitted both the admission and she went through the last stage and did the final submission on the portal, or
No, I think she just submitted to Chevening. So in Chevening, you put in three schools under Chevening, but then
mm,
you have to go to those three schools individually and apply to the
life for
school
admission.
itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you go to the school, you apply to them. So what you would do is you check for the admission year. We are working with 2026 September. So you are going to go to each school. Some of them are not open yet. Some of them are opening this October. So you go to the school, they updated on the date they are opening for 2026 session September. Then you can now apply individually to the schools. That is all you have to do. So I hope, please send, if you're hearing me, just send me feedback that you got it, or if it should be explained further, because we are about rounding up. Checkmate, you apply to Checkmate, you put in the three schools, then you go to the schools individually, like the three, one, two, three. You go to them one by one to apply to them individually. That is Checkmate pattern. Okay. So any more questions? Any more questions before we wrap up? Any more questions? Let me just give us 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Come and ask. So is life chat with a scholar? Okay, so likely if you have questions and you want to send it to to us personally or to the DM, we can still revisit it. So at this point, I would really first of all, let me apologize for starting late because the idea was just 1 hour max and it was supposed to be 9 p.m. But then here we are 9:30 on the dot. So we're going to be wrapping it up at this point. But then I want to appreciate Maria. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking our time from your busy schedule to be here with us to share these helpful tips with us. I believe that if one person picks out something from what you shared, it is enough explanation on the how to apply and how to win a scholarship. So thank you so much for honoring us. Thank you to our audience, the ones that comes
Yeah.
in, they go out, they come in, they go out. Sorry for the network issues as well. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, I just want to thank you. Message. So I actually want to stay with us. So try to subscribe to our page. We hope to have other scholars join us, just as Mariam honored us to share from their own different scholarships that they got. Because the scholarships that we have, they have different patterns of application. What works for one may not likely work for one. Like for the MasterCard Edinburgh, you just submit your reference details. You submit your reference details, and they will be the ones to reach out to your referee or
Mm.
request for the reference letter at the time that they want. For some scholarship, you have to put in the reference letter on the go. As you are just applying, you don't even know if you are getting it or not. So different scholarships, different patterns, and the rest of them. So we hope to have other scholars come to share from their different patterns of application and their success stories as well. So thank you so much for joining us. And please, before you go, try to subscribe to Scholarship Lounge. Subscribe so that the YouTube algorithm is going to reach more people. Also, drop a like, please. Drop a like before you go. Try to subscribe. Try to invite more people. I mean, if I believe that you gained something from this live chat that we have. And I want to also say that Mariam is accessible, at least based on our own timing. Mariam, please, if you can, just drop your LinkedIn profile so
I
that
did.
people can join you as well. Oh, you did? I should have pinned it though. I'm not sure I saw it. Can you just resend so that I get to pin it, before we
Is it
go?
not there?
Mm, I'm
Okay,
not seeing it.
it's
I
all
don't
right.
see
Let
it.
me let
Please
me
resend
resend.
it.
Okay.
So Mariam is accessible as well. You can follow her on LinkedIn if you have questions. Mariam has the baby she dated at the time she got the rejection was it's called Summer Hub. So in Summer Hub, she writes CV, revamp your CV, revamp your resume. Also, I think she touches the SOP as well. She can also preview your SOP, your technical statements or your applications, just for a little fee, I guess. Or if you're lucky, you can get this free from her. So yes, just utilize every opportunity you have. Don't miss it. Mariam, have you dropped it so that I can pin it to this?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay.
Okay. I want to pin it before we go up so that
Can you
people
see it?
can click on it and get to reach you. It's not up yet. It's not here yet.
I don't know why I can. Yeah, I'm not even seeing the chat box to even type. Oh. That's why I'm joining with this my phone, but
Mm.
I'm
Can you send it to
available.
my WhatsApp? Let me just paste it. Send it to my
Okay,
WhatsApp. Let me
okay,
paste
okay.
it
That's
here.
fine then.
Thank you. Let me paste it.
Sorry. I just did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Mariam's LinkedIn page. It's going to be on this chat so that you can connect with her and gain more from her. I'm I'm pinning the message. Yes, it's pinned now. So yes, you can connect with Mariam. And just like she said as well, I don't know, I'm reiterating this thing so that you don't miss out on it. You can also like If you don't have a LinkedIn page, create a LinkedIn page and connect with people,
Hmm. It's
different
very
people,
important though.
likely the ones that are very, very important. Connect with them, connect with them. So yes, you can connect with Mariam as well. And also, if you want to revamp your CV, your resume, and everything about application, so your documents and all. If you also want her to, she said she's going to share the necessary documents. So I'm going to post it in the community group as well. Then you can also reach out for, I think we have the community group. Let me also paste it here for us to join, where you get tips, and also you can as well just reach out to me. Okay, I just copied it now. You can also reach out to me to join the group so that you can be getting updates. The ones you want to know earlier, you reach out as well for that. So thank you so much for everyone. I hope we've subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. And I hope we dropped our likes as well. Thank you so, so much. We hope to. Scholarship Lounge is actually on WhatsApp. I created a group on LinkedIn, but I'm still like working on it. Then we also have a group on a page on TikTok. Just type Scholarship Lounge. So that is where we'll be dropping infos of our live chat or any vital information we want us to know or hear about. Thank you so, so much for joining. Thank you once again, Mariam, and thank you, everyone. From me to you and from our beloved guest is a very, very good night from our end. Thank you so much for joining. See
Thank you for
you
having me. See
on
ya.
another live chat with a scholar coming up very, very soon. Thank you so much. Natsu is very grateful. Chinatu is very, very grateful. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.
Bye.